How's it going, YouTube? If you're watching this video, you're probably interested in a 2025 BMW S1000RR, but you're surfing the web and you can't find any information. At least that's what happened to me. Or you're one of my subscribers. If you're not, please consider subscribing. Either way, thanks for watching this video. Behind me is my 2025 BMW S1000RR. And when I went to purchase this motorcycle, I was looking online to try to find information, and there's not really a lot of information out there. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what you need to know before you buy, what you can actually expect to pay if you're in America, and really just the overall buying process and how long it took me to get this bike. Now in America, this motorcycle starts at $19,600, right around there. But I can tell you that is not what you're actually going to pay. So this is the first motorcycle I've bought new. I am a marketplace pimp. That's where I buy everything. But when the 2025s came out, I really loved this color. And believe it or not, that's the only reason I bought this motorcycle. But I wanted to build it out to my own spec. So I went online to BMW's website, put in the configuration that I wanted, submitted it, and I never heard from anybody. My buddy Greg went and purchased one of his own, so I was kind of getting his feedback, what was the buying experience like? And what we were finding is dealerships in Florida were marking up the prices astronomically. I'm talking, you went from a motorcycle that starts at $19,000 to similar configured motorcycles being $35,000 out the door prices. So obviously I didn't want to pay that, but I really did want this motorcycle. So I ended up calling the dealership that my buddy Greg used to buy his 2025. And this salesperson at BMW just kept it real with me. He said, listen, you can build your configuration online, but when you finish it, what happens is any dealerships that have the specs that you built, they call you. In my scenario, nobody called me. I submitted it again on BMW's website. Still nobody called me because the spec that I built this bike to, basically I took the base configuration, I added this color because this color, again, is the only reason I bought it. I did the premium package. In my opinion, that's a must. I've got a 3rd gen S1000RR. It's got the premium package, so I wanted that. And I wanted some different M configurations. So for example, the forged wheels, these are M wheels. I wanted the M levers. I also wanted the M seat. So there was a couple of the M package parts that I wanted on this bike. Evidently, nobody had that. So what the salesperson told me is that when you configure your motorcycle online, if the dealerships around your area don't have that spec, you just don't get a call back. Not a call saying like, hey, I've got a bike similar, nothing. So they'll call you, if you use the configurator, they'll call you if they have that in stock, but they're not going to go and order that, is basically what was explained to me. Okay, so let's talk about the buying process. I went online, I was looking at dealerships around my area. I found all the dealerships that had this color and close to the spec that I wanted. Again, I wanted this color, I wanted premium package, I wanted some M components, which are basically the performance components, right? This one had the wheels, this one had the premium package, this one had the color, it just didn't have the M levers and it didn't have the M seat, which I'm probably just gonna buy that later on. So with this configuration online, that brings you to about $24,000 out the door price, and I'll try to put it up on the screen. I was close to $28,000. So with sales, taxes, dealer fees, etc., you're going to have a little bit higher of a cost. Now again, some dealerships it'll be even more than that, and in the entire state of Florida, this was the best dealership. I went to BMW Motorcycles of Palm Bay. If you're interested in buying a new 2025 BMW S1000RR, I would recommend them. I'm not paid by them or anything like that. I can just share with you guys based on my experience. Other dealerships were well above the $30,000 range just due to dealer markups, destination fees, etc. This dealership was actually very affordable in comparison to others. Okay, so let's talk about the buying process. Once I found the dealership that had the spec that I wanted, I called them. And literally every 2025 model that they had was already sold. Now he did tell me they already ordered similar specs and they were just waiting for it to be delivered, which meant I got to get a motorcycle that was fresh out of the crate. So he ran down a list of all the specs. We talked about pricing and I put down a deposit. I put down a $1,000 deposit, which held that motorcycle for me. And then he was gonna let me know ultimately when the motorcycle arrived. This process took about 3 to 4 weeks for me, so roughly a month. And honestly, they sent me pictures and updates all throughout the process. As soon as they knew the crates arrived, they sent me pictures of it unloading. They sent me pictures of them opening the crate. They sent me pictures of them assembling the motorcycle. Now, I don't know if every dealership is like this or if Palm Bay is just on point, but it was a really exciting process. Okay, so some of the differences of this bike, I mean, first and foremost, the winglets, absolutely massive. And this is derived from the MotoGP bike. The headlights have been redesigned as well. The fairings, they've got kind of like a shark fairing on the side now. The display and everything ultimately is unchanged. For me, what really did it was the color. This is such a beautiful color. It's got like a pearl flake to it in the sun. Absolutely love it. Another new feature is the brake ducts. These are working brake ducts, which is derived again from the MotoGP bike. The quick shifter this year is phenomenal. That could be a software update. Here you can see we got the M chain. Overall, just a gorgeous motorcycle. For me, this is definitely a dream bike, so I'm super excited to have it. But let's talk about some of the cons. One, you can expect to pay roughly, I would say $5,000 to $10,000 more than what the price is that you can figure the motorcycle at. Just depends on the dealership. Second thing that I dislike, it's not necessarily a dislike, it's just something to be mindful of, is the break-in period. For the first 600 miles, roughly, you have only 9,000 RPM to work with. The motorcycle will not go past 9,000 RPM. And if you're coming off of a bike that has all the sauce, like I said, my 3rd gen S1000RR, tuned, got an exhaust, it's a lot of fun to ride, right? You go from something like that to something like this, it is very mundane. Let's just put it that way, right? It's definitely a painful process to get up to those 600 miles. I'm still working out my break-in miles, so I'll show you all what to expect for first service. I'm gonna tune the bike. I'll show you guys what to expect there. I'm going to install exhaust and a couple other parts. So again, I'm figuring these things out as I go. What works for the 2025, because some things from the 24 models will work on the 25, other things will not. And since I didn't really see any content on the 2025s on YouTube, I figured I would make this video. So if you're interested in the 2025s, or maybe you've already bought one, do me a favor, hit subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. For me, the next thing on the radar is going to be first service, so I'm going to show you all what that process looks like. I'm also going to tune the motorcycle very soon. Probably do a couple different options when it comes to exhaust so everybody can hear the differences. But again, just let me know what you're considering doing or what you're interested in learning about, and I'll be sure to make some videos on it. That does it for this time. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you stuck around. See you in the next one.